Okay, so Diwan, when we're talking about the details of this incident, as you of course laid out, there are a number of course theories, and these are only theories at this point because we don't have any verified facts coming out ever since this incident. One would imagine that the Indian side may say to the Pakistanis, "Listen, we'll give the details to the family," but even that has not happened, right? I mean, that strikes one as odd, doesn't it? That even the family does not know what has happened.
I think there's one lady who's a family member in Pakistan, but more than that, there was one family member who actually survived this incident, a son-in-law or something of the main guy and the other 7 members of the family, the 8 members of the family who passed. There was a son-in-law who actually survived this attack. Again, this is all what I read in the newspapers. I don't have any first-hand knowledge of anything. I think that guy should be given access to the Pakistan consulate. He should be called by the Pakistan embassy in Delhi because he's a Pakistani after all. And maybe we can, the media channels and the foreign minister should have a chat with him and we should find out the details because he's the person who was there at that time. And he's the person we would actually believe because he's the Pakistani amongst all of them. So that person should be called to the embassy in Delhi at least, if not back to Pakistan, and maybe we can find out some details. I agree with Mr. Arora that this is hugely condemnable. My point of the condemning is that at least the report should be there. We should know what's happened. Exactly. Obviously, if the Indian agencies have murdered this family, then they would not tell us the truth. But let's see what they tell us first.
Yeah.
If it was a suicide, I don't believe in the suicide theory because 8 members of a family with young kids don't commit suicide. So I don't believe in the suicide theory. Was it a personal revenge murder? I don't know. Was it accidental death? That there was a poisonous gas leak in the house? I don't know. Or was it actual murder? If it was murder, maybe it was. I mean, what the Indians are doing in Kashmir, like Mr. Arora very rightly pointed out. I mean, what we have seen in Kashmir, what we have seen in the other Indian states like Arunachal Pradesh and others, where they are killing Christians, where they are killing Muslims. Even the Indian Hindus who are not of the Brahmin caste are not safe from these RSS goons right now. So India has no respect for life. They have no respect for anyone, but their own ideology, which is obviously wrong. So I think the Indian government is definitely one of the worst. They are basically following what the fascist government in the times of Nazi Germany were doing, or what the Italian under Mussolini were doing. So Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, Modi, they're all of the same kind. And they have no respect for anyone but themselves.